For Indian students, years of grueling preparation for exams like NEET and CUET can be wiped out in an instant. Systemic mismanagement and a wave of severe paper leaks have effectively stalled the futures of an entire generation. This frustration was boiling over when a specific case regarding fake professional degrees reached the Supreme Court. During the hearing, the Chief Justice issued a scathing comparison, labeling online activists and unemployed youth as parasites and cockroaches who exist only to attack the system. That judicial insult acted as a catalyst. By using such dehumanizing language, the court inadvertently codified the government's perceived dismissal of the youth, providing the spark for a national uprising. Digital strategist Abhijit Dipke seized the moment, flipping the cockroach label into a badge of honor to launch a satirical political movement, the Cockroach Junta Party. Driven by memes and AI-generated manifestos, the CJP exploded across social media, amassing 20 million Instagram followers in less than a week. This chart shows how the CJP's digital footprint expanded with such velocity that it eventually surpassed the official follower count of the ruling political party. The state responded by blocking the CJP's website and withholding their social media accounts, a move that forced the movement to transition from digital dissent to a physical protest. But the logistics of a real-world strike are far more complex than going viral. The CJP had to prove it could actually mobilize its followers on the street. On June 6th, the movement faced its first physical test at New Delhi's Jantar Mantar. An aggressive state response was already waiting, with heavy barricades and a massive deployment of the Delhi police and rapid action force. However, the conversion from digital to physical was steep. As this funnel illustrates, the 20 million online followers filtered down to a crowd of roughly 2,500 people on the ground. The gathering faced immediate operational friction. Microphones failed, stages were makeshift, and the crowd was frequently distracted by groups shouting unrelated ideological slogans. Despite the organizational chaos and the extreme heat, a diverse demographic appeared, ranging from elderly grandmothers worried about their grandchildren to PhD scholars protesting academic delays. This friction highlighted a hard reality. Digital virality does not automatically build the physical infrastructure and discipline required by a traditional political machine. The afternoon's chaotic trajectory shifted with the arrival of educator and activist Sonam Wangchuk. While Dipke had the digital reach to draw the numbers, Wangchuk possessed the established credibility to bring the crowd under a single, focused command. Wangchuk reframes the gathering as an agra, an earnest, peaceful request for accountability, effectively cooling the confrontational energy that had characterized the morning. By merging online virality with the disciplined focus of traditional activism, the satirical movement gained a level of real-world weight that the government could no longer dismiss as a mere joke. The protest achieved two major successes. It garnered massive international visibility and, crucially, ended with zero criminal charges filed against the students. The CJP then narrowed its focus to a single high-stakes demand, the resignation of Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan. This strategy created a political trap. If the minister resigns, the CJP scores a historic win for youth-led pressure groups. If he stays in power, the government risks letting youth anger build toward the next election, where millions of cockroaches are also voters.
Ultimately, the Cockroach Junta Party's core achievement was the weaponization of internet culture to bypass traditional media gatekeepers. It demonstrated that Gen Z activists do not need to match a ruling party's physical scale to inflict significant political damage. Even with a small fraction of their online followers present, they forced the highest levels of government to publicly respond to their failures. While the logistical conversion was low, the asymmetric impact was high. The CJP proved that when digital energy is channeled into a focused political trap, it becomes a viable path for real-world disruption.